Hey guys, this is Lady Vivian. Just jumping on tonight to do a quick read for you. Want to check in on the energies of the divine masculine, seeing what's going on with it. Yeah, I hope you all have had a pleasant week so far. I can tell you that my week has been a little turbulent with the partial solar eclipse that's coming in. Um, it really is focusing in heavily on the heart space and I want to say really gutting out emotional background or um, our emotional settings and actually restarting those to what it was meant to be as opposed to the program of a karmic pattern, something that was passed down either through the bloodline or things that we've experienced such as traumatic episodes, things of that nature that have caused for us to actually set in and adapt to false emotional programs, and just really letting go of things that no longer emotionally belong to us, and not even just emotionally, but spiritual beliefs as well that don't align with us any longer, So that's just a little bit about what's going on with me. So I'd love to hear you all's feedback. I want to start off by saying thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, shares, and your comments. They are so much appreciated. I enjoy interacting with you all. Yeah. So before we get into the read, something that was coming through heavily, from spirit was that it's so important right now to love upon ourselves. And this is not just for the divine masculine, but this is just for the overall collective. Showing ourselves love first is so important in order for us to get to this next level. This next level is going to be heavy. And that's not necessarily meant in a sense of in a negative tone, but just there's going to be more responsibility. So with that being said, going back to letting go of, emotional and spiritual patterns that no longer are in alignment with us, that's so important to let go because that's making room for the newness that's coming in, our new emotional patterns, our new spiritual beliefs, adding on to current spiritual beliefs or what have you. So that's taking place. But in order to get through that process, we have to love upon ourselves and nurture our heart center first and foremost. Okay. All right. So go ahead. I want to do something a little different. Ringing this little bell. All right. Okay. So again, I mainly want to focus in on the heart space. So we're going to be using the Romance Angels deck to start off with that. And then we have a clarifier deck here. And that is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. That's going to be used for the clarifying. And then lastly, I'm going to end with some messages from the angels, okay? So, Spirit Universe, what messages do we have regarding the Divine Masculine and where they are in their heart space? Okay. Spirit Universe, please be very clear. Okay. Wow. Okay. And at least one more message, Spirit. Thank you so much. Where is the divine masculine in their heart space? Please be very clear. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. So, wedding. This is the first card. This situation involves marriage. Okay. So for the divine masculine, they are wanting to get their ish together. Okay. Wanting to get it together so that they can be there for you, be that strong partner that they know that they're designed to be, right? They know ultimately that you are their partner. You are their divine partner. It's just the fear, so much of the fear is holding them back right now. I don't know if he or she will be ready to receive me. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready for all of the responsibility that comes with it. I don't know if I'm really ready to walk the spiritual life path, because I know that if I'm going to be with him or her, it's going to involve us having to endure this spiritual life together. And I don't know if I'm ready for all that. I don't know if I'm ready to leave behind my old life. Okay. But ultimately, again, they know that you are their spouse. And they're coming to terms with that. Okay. So, interestingly enough, last week, um, my twin flame reached out to me on social media. Um, Sent me, or actually, I'm sorry, accepted the request that I sent him last year, a friend request on Facebook. Okay, so just accepted this request that I sent, I want to say it was February of last year, and we're now in July. Okay, so with that being said, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe we're finally going to actually have a conversation. I didn't say anything. I didn't send him a message saying, hey, how are you? Because I had been reaching out several times over the past 2 years, actually. And all of it has been met with a closed fist, so to speak. And so I finally, I want to say in April of this year, I just said, okay, I'm done. And, if we actually meet up in this life and have our union, that's fine. But if we don't, that's fine as well. And so what happened is that a soulmate came into the picture. And not just one soulmate, but several soulmates are entering the picture now. So I have an opportunity to choose. All right. So I say all of this to say that they are reaching out. Either they're reaching out spiritually, they're reaching out to you in your dreams, they're reaching out to you directly, text message, calling you, or social media. But they are reaching out to let you know, yeah, I've received a message from the divine. I know you're my divine life partner. Okay. But it's for them. They feel it in their heart. It's the fear of getting there. You see how this man looks terrified? He's like, I don't know. I know, but then again, I don't know. So let me take a step back. I'm going to hold off for as long as possible. And you see how he has his fist closed tightly? Like, I really don't want you to touch me right now, but you have to because everybody's looking. That's what type of facial expression he had, like he's being forced into it. So the divine masculine is feeling as though he's being forced into this union, and he's not ready for it. He or she is not ready for it, not fully, not to the point where you are feminine. Okay, they're still getting there. It's like a choo-choo train. Chugga lugga 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 chugga lugga lugga. But let's get some clarifiers on that, okay? I've already pre-shuffled the deck, by the way. All 3 decks. Okay, so 2 of them just popped out. Okay. So, let me keep that out. Okay. So the first clarifying card, we have the Map Maker of Destiny, authentic purpose, inspiration, free will. Okay, perfect. So this is a confirmation that because they're not all the way into their purpose, right? They're not ready to step into union with you. They may want to be around you, you know, whether this physically or even spiritually be around you. You may even feel tugs from them or whispers, hear whispers spiritually. But because they're not ready to step all the way into their destiny, they're trying their best to hold off on your union for as long as possible. Let's see if I can get this a little clearer. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right. And then you are their divine inspiration. They see how far you've come, divine feminine. And yes, it is their free will. It's their free will and it's our free will as to whether we want to go all the way with each other. Because we can choose. We can always choose to say, you know what? This journey with them is too much. Or even this spiritual journey is too much. But just know, you'll be back to repeat another life cycle. But yeah, they know that you are ultimately their destiny. Okay. So next we have the Swan Queen. Transformation, intuition, and patience. So both of us, for the divine masculine and the feminine, we're undergoing our own transformations. For the divine masculine, they're still stepping into their spiritual calling, who they are spiritually, and becoming more aware of that lifestyle as opposed to living in 3D form. Whereas for the divine feminine, we're more of going through an emotional transformation. Some of us are even going through a physical transformation. It can even be a career transformation for some of the feminine as well. And for the most part, some of the masculine as well too. They may have changed jobs or stepped out into their own and started their own business and wanted to be more stable for the feminine. But with that being said, yeah, we are both, for the masculine and feminine, going through our own forms of transformation. I was going to say transportation. No. Okay, so as far as the intuition, divine intervention, where their intuition is at an all-time high. The angels are kicking their butts. Their higher selves are letting them know, not just letting them get away with it any longer. Hey, this is your partner. Wake up. And in the process, they're having to be patient with themselves as they step forward into their own calling. For the feminine, unfortunately, we're being asked to be patient some more. But that doesn't mean, feminine, stop living your life. Still do what's best for you and those who are around you. Okay, do what makes you happy. Okay, so those are the clarifiers with that card. Next, we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. He or she, the divine masculine, are doing the best that they can to bring you in. They are asking for divine guidance because they truly don't know. So guys, going back to the friend request from my divine masculine, even though he sent that friend request, there was no follow-up after that. I guess, he wanted to see what I was going to do in regards to reaching out and saying, oh, thank you for accepting my request and how are you and blah, blah. No. Because it's at the point of, if you really want this, then the effort on your part is going to have to be shown tremendously, not just a simple click of the button. Okay. Don't just accept a friend request or don't just say hi. You know, divine masculine, a lot of effort is being asked of you at this time. And some of the divine masculines are now fully ready to release their karmics, if they are in a third party situation, or if there's a third party involved, rather. They're ready to release them if they have not already released them. And that doesn't mean just releasing them physically, but that means releasing them sexually, releasing them emotionally, spiritually. You know, may have even gone to a healer of sorts to help cut ties, energetic ties with that partner, that karmic partner, so that they can be closer to you. But yeah, they are definitely calling you in somehow, feminine. Okay. All right. So let's get some clarifiers for that. Spirit universe, at least one clarifying card. At least one clarifying card. Thank you so much. Please be very, very clear. At least one clarifier. Oh, wow. Okay. Two clarifiers. That must be the theme. Hey, guys, if you hear my baby in the background, my apologies. She's having a good old time right now. All right. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, you guys are going to be blown away. Gaia's garden, fruitation, abundance, reaping what you sow. And the first thing that I'm hearing is karma is a bitch, right? Excuse my language. But they realize that you have, feminine, put in so much work that you are reaping the benefits of your own devices, that you are essentially made of abundance. With that being said, on the other hand, for the masculine, they're reaping what they sow as well. It says reaping what you sow. Okay, reaping what you sow. They're reaping what they have sown as well. And unfortunately, not all of their seeds have been so good. So the universe has stepped in and said, you know what? You want to keep this abundant life flowing? You want to continue to be fruitful, be fertile? You're going to have to do right by your divine partner. It's time. Because it's not going to the greenery, the money, the gold. It's no longer on the other side. It's on this side where you belong with your partner. Okay, so Spirit Universe has been telling them this constantly, but now they're finally hearing it and seeing it because they have recently faced some situations that have caused for them to put a pause on life, period, and take a step back and realizing that they've hurt some people, not just you, Divine Feminine, family, friends. They could have actually messed up good working relationships. And now the money that was coming in ain't coming in like it used to. You know, as opposed to people showing you love everywhere you go, Divine Masculine. Now it's like, hey, how you doing? Before it may have been, like cheers. Hey, what's up, Norm? Yeah. Where everybody knows your name. Now people, it may not necessarily be a good thing to be associated with a Divine Masculine now. Because so much turmoil, has taken place where it's caused for them to have to take a step back. And again, Spirit is saying, okay, you want it all. You can have it all, but you have to do right. Okay. All right. The next clarifying card, we have the Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. So Give me just a moment, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, so with the Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. Some of the divine masculine have been outright narcissistic with their behavior toward the feminine, and just period, right? So now they're being shown that there are more people in the world than just them, and that not everybody is made to answer their every waking call. It's not about you, it's about the collective. That's what Spirit has been telling the divine masculine lately. So now he's like, okay, I see that. I see how I've been hurting others. You know, angels, God, universe, please help me. And they may have even been on their knees at night now. Help me. Calling out. So that's where, you know, going back to the calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're receiving this angelic help and see the big picture. Because they want more of abundance, but this time they want it with you, divine feminine. They want that abundant life with you. Okay, last card, release your ex. This time has come to clear your energy. Okay, so confirmation. They know that it is now or never with letting go of exes. And it could be a situation where it's not an immediate partner. It may have been somebody that they dealt with years ago, but energetically they're still holding on to them. Like, you know what? That person really broke my heart. And because they broke my heart, I'm still stuck energetically there. Or divine feminine, it may be some aspects of you. Or, excuse me, it may be some aspects of that other person that they're reminded of when they look at you or when they think of you. So they think that you may break their heart like their ex. And that's not the case at all. You know, yeah, there may be some similarities, but divine feminine, there's only one you. And now they know that. Like, okay, I've got to get this energy work done. I'm calling upon my angels. I want to let go because I don't want to be weighed down anymore. I'm tired of doing this, saying woe is me in my heart. And my actions don't line up with how I really feel about the divine feminine. But in my heart, I'm really saying woe is me and I'm tired. So let's even look even further at this card, right? You see how this angel has a letter in their hand, right? So it could be that they've written a letter to you, divine feminine, but not sent it. Like, you know how you can write a letter to somebody and not send it, so that way you can release or express how you really feel about a situation or about that person, just so you can get it out of your system. Okay, so they could have written you a letter and not sent it yet, right? Or probably not even send it at all, just tell you personally. Or it could be a letter to that ex, and they need to get their thoughts and their feelings out on paper about that ex, so to help them clear them of their energy, you know. But either way it goes, they've been thinking about it enough to put it on paper, whether it's about you or about their ex. Okay, so let's get at least one clarifying card for that. Spirit universe, can we get at least one clarifying card for release your ex? Make it abundantly clear. Okay, I see they're going to fall out. Can we get at least one clarifying card? Thank you so much. Okay, this card just flipped over. Wow. Okay, so clarifying card, the Dragon's Duel. Inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. When you entered their world, Divine Feminine, you turned their world upside down. Because they thought they knew what love was until you came along. And you immediately entered their heart space without them even realizing it until it was too late. They already loved you, but couldn't express it. Now they're trying to find a way to express it to you. So where this inner conflict comes in is wanting to show you that love. You see how the dragons are? It's almost in the shape of an infinity. So whether you have it this way or you have it this way, you still see the infinity symbol, right? They would have not just infinite abundance, but infinite love with you. It's unconditional. And they realize that now. Whereas before, when you were trying actively feminine, when you were actively trying to show the divine masculine that it's nothing but unconditional love here, they weren't trying to hear that. Hey, talk to the hand. Man, you better go somewhere with that. I'm not trying to hear that. No, unconditional love is not real. But now they realize that. Okay. They're making a conscious choice to let go of old ways. They're making a conscious choice to step towards you. It may be slowly. Oh gosh. You better speed that train up. Okay. Put some gas in it or something. Anyway. But yeah. Okay. They were showing me the moon that's in the background. See this moon? So with each moon cycle that passes, the divine masculine is transforming. They're being shown new things. They're releasing more and more. Their heart is being more softened, especially with each full moon that passes. The full moon is good for releasing, letting go of things of that nature. And then for the new moon is good for manifesting. But especially for the full moon, for the divine masculine, each full moon that goes by, especially this year, they have been clearing their heart space for you, feminine. Okay? Because they realize it's a morale thing to do. It's to do right by you. Going back to having this infinite life, they want it with you. Okay? But they got to release their ex. So part of this is of the dragons, the dual dragons, is that they still have somewhat of a connection, if you will, with their ex. But they know now it's I gotta let all the way go. Okay. Alrighty, so that's that. Let's pull some messages from the angels. Okay. Spirit Universe. Okay. So these two cards just turned over immediately. Oh no, here we go. Patience again. More patience. Wow. Okay. So it says patience. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Yeah. Really, there's no clarity needs to be provided for that. They know what it's time to do, and that not only do they need to nurture their dreams, but nurture their own selves, and eventually nurture and shower that love that they've been showing to others who really didn't deserve that love. Shower it upon you, Divine Feminine. So they're watering that garden, okay, for you. And lastly, we have creative writing, Archangel Gabriel. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book, you guys. Okay, look. Hold on. We have to go back. Gotta go back. Where is that card? Where is it? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, we have at least 3 different cards that speak of writing, whether it's writing a book or journaling, right? Or, you know, writing out their thoughts for that matter. Okay. So, Archangel Gabriel provided the ultimate confirmation. But remember, on this card of releasing your ex, they have a piece of paper in their hand. They have already started the process of doing creative writing, whether it's journaling, writing a book, article, writing out their thoughts, whatever the case may be. They are doing that. In this card, the map maker of destiny, you see how the guy is sitting here with a fairy right above him? There's a fairy. There's a pen. There's a book. They're on their way to you, feminine. Really, they are. We can feel them, and it's such a struggle because they haven't reached us yet, feminine, okay? And I think that's what makes it so hard, because we do want to be with our divine partner, our soulmates, etc. However you view your partnership, whether you title it as twin flame or your soulmate. We want to be in union, Divine Feminine. We're growing tired of being alone. Not saying that we're just going to settle for any old thing, but they realize that, that the time has come, and that you've been very patient with them, but you've done your work, your inner work, your soul's journey healing process, and they're just trying to play catch up to that. But ultimately for the masculine, they want to be at home with you. That's where their heart is. They say home is where your heart is. Their heart is with you, so they want to be home. It's just a matter of, will they win? Because it's not even will they anymore. It's happening. The process has already started. So now it's up to the feminine on whether they accept their cup of love, whether we accept their offer, So, with that being said, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed the reading. I will be leaving my contact information in the description box below. Please be advised that I'm currently running a special for the readings. For a 3-question reading, it is $25. That will be at least 3 main cards and at least 3 clarifying cards. I do have an example video out there from one of my clients of what that reading consists of. So if you'd like to check out that video, it's listed for you under client reading. Okay, so again, that way you get an idea of how the 3-question deal works. And I will actually provide you with your video anywhere from 48 to 72 hours from the date your payment clears. Okay, so again, please reach out to me if you have any questions. I love you all so much. Sending you lots of love and blessings. And until we meet again, okay, enjoy.